Well, we're about a month out from the start of LCS, but I'm already interviewing one of the newest names, which is Blue, joining Dignitas. Of course, this coverage is brought to you by Alienware. So, Blue, thank you so much for sitting down with me today. I'd love to learn a little bit more about you because I think there's a lot of folks that perhaps did not watch LEC as much, and they've heard you're joining the LCS, and so maybe you can give us a little bit about your competitive background.
First of all, thank you for having me, Travis. It's also nice to be here and talking with you. My background, so I started playing the game for a really long time, like basically when I was 12 years old in season 1, in the end of, like when Trundle came out, like there was only LPs gaining, there was no system rank, there was like MMR system. And then I started playing like this for fun in the beginning. And and once I was like, I think there was like a Diamond 1 system, when like there was challenger instantly and you were like stuck 99 LP and stuff. I think it's around season 4. It was the first time I got challenger, and then I was just playing for fun at this time. And once I got challenger, I met a lot of people and I played in LVP Segunda Division. It's like the Spanish second division. It was the team Arctics. Now it's G2 Arctics Academy team. And then I played in Fenerbahce in TCL for like 1.5 years. Actually, even more, I think, because I played in, like, I don't remember exactly. I played a lot there. And then after that, I went to the LEC with SK Gaming for 1 year. And then
Okay.
now I'm here in the LCS with Dignitas.
Now you're in the LCS. So, why did you decide to join LCS?
I mean, first of all, is I'm working with Enatron. He's someone that I know him very well, and I've worked with him in the past, and we were successful together. I've worked with him in Fenerbahce, and we won the splits and stuff, and we should have went to the MSI, but unfortunately the COVID came and we couldn't went to MSI.
Yeah.
I really wanted to go to the MSI at this time. I think we had a really good roster and we could have done a lot with the teams. And then yeah, I met there with Enatron, and I I have a chance to work with a coach that I know him and I know how he works. And for me, it's something really important because I need to improve on a lot of things because I'm still a young player. And since that, when I worked with him, I enjoyed my time with him and I really loved how he sees the game and explains the game to a player like me. So I wanted to work again with him, basically.
So he was the major pull for you. Was there any part of you that
Yes.
thought, oh, like maybe I want to stay in Europe or stay with an LEC team or join an ERL team, or were you just like, I'm ready for this jump to LCS?
I mean, honestly, after I was like thinking more of I want to be with people that I know that I can improve and do good. So I wanted to go somewhere that I know already the players or the coaching staff or the management. So I was mainly looking for it, and I spent a lot of time with Ilias with Enatron. So that's mainly it. Like honestly, it was mainly Enatron because I know him really well, and I'm super happy to work with him again.
So you got announced as one of the players that were joining Dignitas, and I know there were some rumors. I talked about them, I think, even beforehand. Um, and the community sentiment for your joining the LCS, I feel like, has been fairly negative. And so I'd love to learn a little bit about one, uh, how do you feel about your performance last year in the LEC? Because I think a lot of people
Mm.
cited that as one of the reasons why they were less
Yeah.
excited to see you announced. And two, kind of like, what did you think of the reaction from the community whenever you saw all that stuff?
I mean, with the reaction, like I think since I started my career, I was getting flamed basically. I don't know, it's something like this since I've started my career. I've had, even when I was successful in Turkey or before in URL, like way before, I was still getting flamed for some other reason or some other problems and stuff. So I'm kinda used to it. And last bit, I didn't play that good. I'm also not happy with my performance, obviously. I had health issues in the beginning of the split, like actually before the split starts. So I couldn't play that much scrims with the team. They had to play with the academy mid laner, and we also had some pretty questionable changes to, I would say, in the team, with the coach going to play and with role swap trees to the jungle. So and a lot of things really happen inside of the team once when someone's not there. And like when I came after the first week, yeah, I came after the first week of the Super LEC week. Uh, it was it was pretty hard, I would say, to come back from this really hard start, and also the change that happened inside of the team. It was pretty hard for everyone, and it was also pretty hard for me too, since I didn't play with them, and we had a completely new team with no coach going to support and stuff, and I was also still dealing with my health issues. So it was actually pretty hard, I would say, for everyone, especially for me too. But I understand that I was getting flamed because I also didn't play bad, so I played bad, sorry. So I can understand the fans too, yeah.
Yeah. And so for you, it's just it was like kind of a poor performance, but also there were a lot of really unfortunate factors, I guess. That sounds like last year.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, so many things happen inside of the team, also in my life too, with the health issues that happened right before the start. And once I come to the team, that the environment wasn't that good anymore. We were dealing with other problems. We were dealing with so many problems inside of the team. So it was like, okay, this is really something really hard, even impossible, and it was just bringing us down more and more. At least as a team, we were just not being a team. It was just kind of hard to play together, I would say. It was really impossible.
How do you think you will stack up against the other mid laners in the LCS next year?
I'm excited to play against Bergsen since he's the legend, obviously. He's the legend of LCS and back in this in Europe too, when he played in Ninja in Pyjamas. So I'm excited, really excited to play against him. I That's mainly him I want to really face because he's obviously a legend, like I said. I'm also excited to play against Tukuis. I know him also from the French scene. I'm also friends with him. I like him a lot. And then I think that also maybe Fudge can be also. I want to also play against him too, see how he's playing because I think he's really good mechanically. So I think he might be also doing good in mid lane. So right now I will say those three, yeah.
Okay. Are there how do you think you will measure up? How do you think you will do? Because I think a lot of people are like, the critics out there are saying like,
Mm.
oh, Blue, he's going to be the worst mid laner, and he was in LEC, he's going to be like that again in LCS. So like, where do you think you will land? Hopefully over the course of the year.
I'm pretty confident in myself because obviously the fans don't know, but when we were screaming, I was finding myself pretty good, and I think I was doing really, really good in scrims in Europe. And I have a lot of faith in myself, and I know that on with the coach I have right now in Atron, and I know how he will actually help me a lot to on what I should improve, on what type of thing I should do. I'm actually all the time like I'm aiming to be the best. I'm playing this. We're in a professional game. We're esports. We're like it's like a sport. When you play something, you want to be the best all the time. And obviously, I'm aiming to be the best mid laner in LCS and go to balls like every other mid laner stream. I think that's it. And I want to be the best mid laner and show that I'm not the worst, but I'm the best mid laner basically. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think you're kind of in a nice position in some ways, even if there are a
Yes.
lot of critics, because you can like, you have the ability to show up and be like, I could surpass
Yes.
everyone's expectations.
Yes. Then it will be easier to shine, I would say.
Yes, yes. Well, when are you? Do you know when you're coming over to the U.S.? Like when you guys are planning on starting scrimming and all that stuff?
Actually, I finished my visa procedure, all of it today, and normally we're planning for me to come around the end of December, like 26, 28.
Yeah.
But maybe some problems might happen with to find an interview, the date. So we're right now seeing, but should be the end of December.
Okay, that's the plan. Very good.
And
So,
the scrims should start instantly the next day when I come, obviously, if
nice.
there
Okay.
is no quarantine. Sorry.
What? Yeah. What do you think of the rest of your teammates and the team that you have together, the roster?
Uh, I think that I will start from top to bottom, I guess. I didn't watch that much LCS last year, so I don't really know much about my teammates. And I watched when I was in the off season some of the games and so see how they play and etc. And I think that actually everyone is pretty good mechanically. Like AD carry and top lane, I think they are really fake out and Neo I think really good mechanically, and also really good laner. And River, I mean, I think everyone knows River because he played at Wolves with PSG. I think he played with Maple. I really admire Maple too. I think he's a good mid laner. So I can maybe learn some things from River that he learns from Maple. He can maybe show me too. And I think like River's playstyle, I really like it a lot. It's like, it reminds me of Jankos basically. It's that type of jungler that is ganking with helping his laner in a way, and also never forgetting when he has to take the camps. He knows like, it reminds me of Janko's playstyle, which is I really admire and like it. And we have Biofrost, who I think that he will be a super fit too for our team, since he's like the, I don't know the word of to say. He'll be the captain obviously of the team,
Yeah,
and
veteran.
he
Yeah,
has the more experienced player, and so I think it will be a good balance for us in the team too.
that's good to hear. Yeah, I'm excited to see what Dignitas can do next year. Is there anything you want to say to any of the fans out there, especially the LCS fans who perhaps are starting with a little bit of skepticism for you, but maybe this is your chance to say something?
I mean, I understand that people say that I'm bad or I played bad last split and stuff, but this time, like, I will just prove that I'm not a bad player and that I will be the best millionaire in LCS. And
Great.
to the people that supports me and that always help me even in through hard times, I thank you so much, and I hope that you will keep supporting me, cheering for me.
Very good. Well, thank you again so much for the interview. Looking forward to doing more of these next year with you. And for everyone else, you can check out the rest of my coverage of all things LCS right here on my YouTube channel. Happy holidays, everyone. I just want to say thank you so much for watching that video. I hope it was the gift under your tree that you were looking for. And if you're looking for something that's too big to put in a stocking, you should look at alienware.com/Travis and some of the sick hardware that they've got going on there. It's the time to be maybe giving yourself a gift, maybe getting somebody else a gift, and you can use the discount code in the description to save money on that gift. So thank you so much to Alienware for sponsoring this video.